welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. I am your host, John Everyman. And this is our first ever live episode in association with our good friends of Mystic Joint. Yes, live. I don't think I've done live before. I will not lie. I'm not going to go first ever, but this is our first ever, regular episode where we don't have a bunch of maniacs trying to jump on the camera and go, woo, and mess us up and shit. And normally I'm with a bigger crew. Tonight I'm going solo for some reason. I guess I got stage fright. It's funny. I hang out with comedians and they get stage fright. That is insane to me. But nonetheless, I'm here, and I'm here with a live crowd. People, if you heard that, those weren't sound effects. People, make some noise again. That's the validity. I promise you. Not even our horrible producer, Walter, isn't here. Fuck off, Walter, is what I usually tell him. It's his birthday today. You guys want to wish him a happy birthday?
Happy birthday, Walter. Fuck off, Walter.
You see that, Walter? And some random guy fucked you off, too. I like that guy. He's my friend. He's my friend now. Sitting with me, though, luckily, we do have a special guest today, guys. This guy sitting with me tonight that we're going to interview is a personal favorite artist of mine. I have traveled all over Florida and beyond and seen many of artists. And as I do, sometimes I kind of become a fan of some of their stuff. You know, you don't have to be famous to be a fan of anything. You know, you could be a fan of whoever's. You know, and I do that from time to time. I walk around and I find these amazing artists and I become instant fans, man. And tonight I feel like I have one of those guests here tonight helping me christen this new event with Mystic Joint and our live podcast shows. Guys, we have recording artist Marquise Fair sitting with us today. Give it up for my good friend here.
What's up? Hello.
I didn't want to ramble my intros. I'm notorious for that. I can ramble an intro for 5 minutes and I don't even know where it's going halfway into it anymore. I'm just I'm just introducing somebody. Let me just make sure I remember his name at the end. But yes, man, how are you, my good friend?
Pretty good, man. No, it's all good.
You have been my ride or die today.
Huh.
I appreciate that, man. You have seen me go through this process of putting this live show together. What was your opinion of that?
It is what it is. I mean, you're doing your thing, man. It's the first one, too. So, I mean, it's the first live one, at least. And at least now you know what to prepare for next time.
Yeah, right? Yeah. An actual crew that will show up. That's what I'm going to prepare for next time. Man, so let me ask you, with the biggest question in tow right now, everybody's going nuts with this coronavirus. How's your coronavirus experience going? Or your coronavirus holiday? I don't know what this is. Is this even a holiday? I'm confused.
Look, it's this funny thing my brother used to say. He'd be like, no matter what happened in the world, we always gonna be in the same position. So he used to say that because pretty much. So in the end of the day, if it's a coronavirus or if it's a recession or whatever it is, it don't really matter. It ain't gonna change.
But have you been affected by this? Because I went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, no, I'm affected by it. Until it affected my money. I got gigs canceled. Yeah, so I'm affected.
Canceled your performances
already? Oh, yeah. That affects me. Yeah.
I was going to say, I couldn't find toilet paper nor ground beef in the supermarket. That's as much as the effects have been for me. It's been horrible. Seriously, I went to Publix yesterday. They had no meat except for, the veal. I was like, no one likes veal, apparently. In the time of apocalyptic matters, nobody's going to touch the veal in life. You leave veal alone. That's what happens here. But yeah, man, to me, it's been a crazy experience. But, I didn't realize it was going to affect so quickly locally. That's the one thing that I'm kind of shocked about.
I don't know why.
You're getting canceled out of nowhere. How many shows have you lost? All your shows?
Or just two.
A few.
Two so far, and I should have one on the 20th. But they tentative because of the virus. So I'm pretty sure they might say no. About it? I'm not freaked out about nothing. I'm freaked out that I don't have my money. I can't dismiss.
That is, you know what? I'm freaked out about that too, man. It's affected me even at my day to day at work. I can't even go to work anymore. I haven't seen my job in a week. This coronavirus is insane.
This is my work, so I mean, if my gig is all my work. Although I do have higher or bigger goals for my work, but So for now, I make music. I make money with my music, so I need to be able to go to work.
They wanted to call and see if you got coronavirus. But you know what, man? Forget that. We're not corona experts in here. We're not going to break that down on this podcast right now. I think every episode for the last couple episodes, I've started off with corona. I think I'm tired of it. If I had Mr. Goodnight, he'd scream next topic on me right now. Next topic! Where you from?
Miami.
You're from Miami, born and raised?
Miami, Florida, born and raised.
What area of Miami?
Oh man, I was raised in Opelika for about 11 to 12 years, right behind the McDonald's that's in front of the Miami-Dade North Campus. So maybe like a few blocks behind that McDonald's. And then I moved to different hoods in Miami. I stayed in Brown Subs in the projects. I stayed in Overtown. I stayed in Liberty City. I stayed in Coconut Grove. Then we moved to Georgia, and then we moved back to Miami, and I moved to other different places. And then we ended up in Homestead and projects over there. And I went to college, and then I left, and then I've been out traveling for like 6 or 7 years. No, I traveled for like 4 or 5 years, and I've been back for like 3.
But hold on a second, man. You wow, you were giving me the whole timeline. I'm curious though. You hit the most critical one where Opelika's your city.
Yeah,
that's where it all started.
That's where I was. Yeah.
Did you grow up mostly in Opelika?
I grew up in my house. I ain't really grow up in Opelika. I mean, I grew up in Opelika, but I didn't really go. I couldn't go outside for the first for the first 12 years of my life. I wasn't allowed to listen to the radio. I wasn't allowed to watch cable, and I wasn't allowed to have friends outside of school. So when I went home, I didn't really go outside. So
really,
it was yeah.
So what was the life for you? Like your mom just let you go to school, come back, go right inside the house. Don't even look outside. You were the weird kid that looked out the window?
It was my grandma, and I guess you could say that, yeah. We couldn't go outside of the gate. So we could go in the yard and we could run around, but we couldn't go outside the gate. And we lived in a neighborhood with family, so it was one block, a 12 stop sign to stop sign. We could ride our block from that stop sign to the other stop sign. We come back, and then we go in the house. We had neighbors that moved in eventually, and we could go play with our neighbors. But that was the extent of my experience outside of the house with school, and not really. It was school and in the house, man. There wasn't much of outside time.
Wow.
Until I got older.
So growing up, I'm attributing that the reason they didn't let you out is because Opelika isn't that neighborhood friendly.
I have no clue. My grandma was a country lady that was very strict and very religious.
Man, she knew. Yeah. Like honestly, you can't sit there and let your kids look. If I was raising a kid in Opelika today, they're probably lucky that I let them outside to go to school. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even the front lawn. Like, it's a risky area to grow up. I'm sure you got to agree to that.
I wouldn't have known. We lived next to a golf course in the house. So
they kept you away from those sides of Opelika?
Yeah, we lived, it was houses around us. For the first 12 years, I lived around houses and families, and the house in front of us, the guy had like a 2-story house and a big lawn, and right next to my house was the golf course, and the only thing that was close to the outside was my neighbors, who had Section 8, and they were kind of hood, so they was the closest thing to anything that wasn't
that might have resembled what
she was trying to take us away from or something like that. Oh yeah, the average of what you would see as soon as you step a few blocks away from where we are. It literally my cousin died. My cousin was 28. It was like my best friend. He was walking home one night, coming to us. He was living with me and my grandma, and he got killed walking to my house.
Wow.
Yeah, shot in the head.
He was coming to see your family.
He was living with us.
Oh, that's
and he was coming home one night, and my cousin was retarded. He was mentally ill, so it's not like, it's not like.
So he had a disability.
He had a disability, yeah, and if you could talk to him after a while, you probably would realize it. But if you looked at him, you couldn't necessarily tell. So.
What I think that's like autism then.
Yeah, it probably was a form of autism that they didn't understand back then. But one night he was coming home and he got shot in the back of the head, right behind his ear.
Oh my God!
And that was in my neighborhood, but I didn't see it like that. I didn't know about.
You didn't understand the gravity of what was going on in your neighborhood. Is what you said?
Not at all. My grandma kept me very, very sheltered. If anything, I thought I was like the most. if any, I don't know. I mean, I thought I was just kind of like most of the men in my family went to the military, and I thought I was a very American dude. Like I don't know, I'm just this. I don't know,
Right, you were
country
Americana.
American. Yeah,
Yeah.
fight for what you need, work hard, type of shit, and all
You were
that.
patriotic.
I was very patriotic. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's how she raised me to be very, very Christian and very American. If you could say that's.
Next topic.
Who did you listen to growing up?
Well, first, I'm Jamaican. Well, my dad's from Jamaica, and growing up in my grandma's house, you American, so there's no, that's just it. So I couldn't listen to anything that was from Jamaica. I couldn't listen to reggae. I couldn't do anything like that. So as soon as I turned 12, the first thing I started doing was trying to get away to listen to music. So I went and I bought some candy because I was in the business. And this is also part of the reason why I chose to do what I do, because I understand that if you have something of value, that if you bring it to 100 people, at least 50 of those people, or maybe even 10, or maybe even 20 of those 100 people will value what you have. And if that's worth $1, $2, $3, $5, then that's worth however many dollars, however many hundred of people. And then it's all about promo at the end of the day for when it comes down to that. So.
But you said you started selling candy.
I started selling candy.
You were a candy hustler.
I had to do what I had to do, man.
At what age was
I was
this?
13.
13?
Yeah.
So you were a candy dealer. What did you deal? What type of candy did you do?
It was the best lollipops you could ever find in your life, man. Actually, it was Jolly Ranchers, man. Jolly Ranchers was the
You
thing
were the
back
Jolly
then.
Rancher dealer.
Yeah.
Listen, man, like I remember my
24
Jolly
count.
Rancher selling days. Like you sold the little individual packs.
24 count. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
How
right.
much did you sell yours?
$1 a piece.
$1 for the
Or was
little
it maybe it was 25 cents? Matter of fact, I think it was 25 cents a lollipop,
say, man,
and then I would do
inflation's a
3 for $1. 25 cents a lollipop, 3 for $1, something like that. Or maybe it was, I don't even know, but something like that. But I would sell the 24 count, and I would get like $20 a bag or something like that. And I would save the $20. I go buy another bag for like $2, which I was spending maybe $2 or $4 for the bag, and I was getting 20 back. I did that 2 times and a half, and got $50. And then I went and bought an MP3 player and put Bob Marley on it.
Well, were you like when you sold? Did you sell in school or on the streets?
In school,
In
at Ponce de Leon.
Right. Okay. So like, did you have like territories? Did you like run like a section? Did you run like the west wing of the school? Like
the kids in my neighborhood all played sports since they was like 5 years old. They were big and built. They were they all felt that they were going to be going to the NFL, and they did not want to do anything that made them look uncool. So
you
selling
had run to the
lollipops.
whole school.
I had the whole. Nobody was competing.
Nobody
with
else
me.
was selling for like.
If anything, they was trying to bully me for my lollipops. They was trying to they were trying to muscle in on me. Yeah, man, give me a lollipop. Give me my money, man. They
You
was
should
like,
have
nah.
got payroll for like backups.
Payroll,
yeah.
yeah.
You imagine like you're going in school and you're walking around like your Jolly Ranchers in a book bag, and you just got like a bunch of guys walking around. You're like half the football team on the payroll. I pay these guys in Reese's. Sit down like a king.
Next topic.
When did you discover you had a talent? Because I've seen you play guitar and you could sing. Like, where did you discover that moment for yourself?
I was in college, and one of my friends invited me to open mic to Artistic Vibes back on 150.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one. Shout out to Artistic Vibes out there. Yeah.
And
so what happened? That was your first time. You
my
never
first
sang or
time.
touched a guitar?
I always sang with my grandmother, and I always sang at home, and I would write music since I was a kid, but I never did anything in front of anybody, and I never thought I would ever do it as a career, especially. So I went to the open mic because kids in my school were like, "Yo, you got to come to the open mic." Da, 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 da. I guess they were just.
You were in high school. Oh, you said you were in college.
I was in college. I was in Miami-Dade Homestead campus.
Shout out to the Sharks.
That's what's up.
I'm missing a shark. If he was around, he'd just be all excited right now. But sure, continue.
So I went to the open mic, and I started singing, but I was singing Bob Marley covers, and I was singing what else? Hallelujah, and other songs that I thought that would complement my voice.
But you're singing without a guitar.
Without
or
a
with
guitar.
The guitar.
Without a guitar, with background music.
Okay, so at this point, did you know how to play guitar or no?
I didn't know how to play guitar.
Okay, so you were just doing vocals at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I realized that that I wasn't able to express to the people what I knew I could. Like I felt like I got so much more that I could do and give, but it's not working because I'm not singing my stuff. I'm singing other people's stuff, and I can't do what they did as good as they did it. So I had to do my own stuff because I can do my own stuff as good as I can do it. So that's when I was decided I had to get a guitar because I was writing songs to other people's beats, and I can't, if I wanted to make money off of it, I wasn't gonna be able to use their beats. So I would have to learn how to do it myself. So I went and bought a guitar, and when I bought the guitar, I guess that's when it hit me that I didn't know how to play it. So
Obviously, you don't just buy a guitar and go, well, where are the instructions for the
Nah,
song I
really-
want to write?
I wasn't really thinking about it, man. I was just like, well,
Up, down, left, right? Anyone? That's not how that works, man. Like, who
didn't.
does that? That's like getting a drumstick. You buy drum set, and you're like, oh man, I love this. I'm gonna be an excellent drummer. Where's drumsticks? You need drumsticks? For real? I was gonna use these forks.
So I bought a guitar that didn't work. It was
You
broke.
bought a guitar that didn't
It
work?
was broke. First of all, the guitar it wasn't even strung up. It didn't have knobs. It was missing like 2 or 3 knobs. I didn't even know.
What
and
did
the guy
they do?
who
They
sold
just
it to
handed
me,
you a picture of a guitar?
he knew what he was doing when he
Play
sold it
this.
to me, man.
This
He
isn't a guitar.
I think-
Something's wrong.
I think he thought that I was a joke for even trying to do it. I mean, and this is a very poor neighborhood too. So most of the black people there are pretty poor.
Where'd you
and
go? Like to a pawn
This
shop?
is in Homestead. I went to a pawn shop, and the way he looked at me when I said I want a guitar, he was like, "You want a guitar?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want a guitar." And he was like, "Okay." He's like, "You sure?" Yeah.
Was it like an older white guy?
Obviously, but nah.
Yeah, usually. Listen, I'm just saying, because he probably saw you and said, did you walk in there with like a girl or something?
No, but
You sure?
no, but I was definitely happy, and I had just got some financial
That's-
aid money, so I was like,
that's
I
messed
was
up,
on
see?
top of the world at that point.
See,
I felt
you can't walk in there all swaggy with your dreads, looking like the reincarnation of Bob Marley and shit, talking about I want a guitar. I'm gonna go be famous as soon as I buy it. I probably would have sold you the same picture too. So you're a race car. Play that. But so all right. So what did you do? How did you figure this all out? You were like, don't I need strings? Like,
So,
what happened?
one of my friends told me, like, bro, he told me everything I needed. And then a girl I knew, she was like, I have a guitar that I don't use. You can have it. So she gave me her guitar. The friend who told me that I had to tune it, so I knew I had to tune it. So now I went home and I tuned it. And I was playing it, but I still was kind of, I was having a little bit of fun with it. I was making stuff up, but it wasn't really working. So I took it to school with me, and I asked kids who knew how to play to show me things, show me what they could do, just show me anything. And they would show me their favorite chords or what they would like to do, and I would take 2 or 3 of them, and I would make a song out of whatever 2 or 3 chords I learned. And from there, I took that with the songs I had to the streets. I was ready.
So you said 3 chords and some lyrics, and I'm an artist.
I'm ready. I'm good. I'm ready to
He
go.
said, how many chords do I need to be famous? 3, you say? Right outside. Shit. Hey, someone call Diddy as soon as I'm done with this one. Gonna be
No, it
popular,
didn't
3
work like
chords. Got a whole album, maybe 4. I got an album for each chord.
Next topic.
Talking about you as the artist today and what I've gotten to see. And I'm curious about this if you've been mistaken like this before. But every time I see you perform, the first artist that comes to my mind is Bob Marley. Like Bob Marley, man. You look like one of his first 3 album covers and shit before Legend. Like, no joke. Like, the hair. I'm not saying the outfit, but like from the neck up, it's like, yo, are you sure you want to go check that your dad wasn't a military man and more like a Marley man? Like, you might be Ziggy's son. Who knows? Like, it's close. But it's very reminiscent. Have you had anyone, like, say that to you before? Have you had anyone, like, compare you like that?
All the time. And I always take it as a compliment because, yeah, man, I like Bob. When I went and got an MP3 player, the first artist that I went and got was Bob, and I listened to as much songs as I possibly could, pretty much every day for years.
Give me one of your top favorite Bob Marley songs.
Them belly full.
Wow, he hit me with one I've never heard.
Them belly full, but we hungry. A hungry mob is an angry mob.
Oh
There ain't
yes.
no fall
I didn't know
but
that was
the
called Belly
dirty
Full.
top.
I just know the
I'll tell
song
you.
after a bunch of beers and at the Bob Marley concert fest. My bad.
When I was in the hood, man, that was Bob really helped me not be an angry ass kid because I was already pissed off, man. I was so mad. I went from having 3 meals a day and a ride to school and everything I need to be successful in life to not having 3 meals a day to not having a ride to school. Then I'm in a neighborhood with a bunch of motherfuckers who all suffering, so they all taking their anger out on everybody around them. So we all suffering together, and we just all fucking pissed off and angry and going to school, and we gotta sit here and with these people who living these awesome lives right next to us while we living in fucking squalor, and we're supposed to be all like happy about that and just like relaxed and I don't know. And it just,
That's amazing, man, because you know your vibes right now don't give this, you know, this pain that or this rough experience that you've had. You feel me? It sounds like you're so vibe. Like it sounds like even if you went through it, I would picture you as like, hey man, it's all right. I'm going back inside my house. Belly fool is a belly fool. And just trying to learn your fourth chord and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just look so, you got that passive vibe to you, man. You do. Like,
you know,
I could get it.
That's funny. I definitely my bass player used to say that too, but I'm not a passive person. I definitely I'm a smart person, and I know to try to keep my head down and try not to let my anger get the best of me. I know I'm a human, bro, and I can be just like any other human. So I just had to do my best to keep myself focused. And I guess I would do little weird things, bro, that nobody in the hood would do. Like I would put myself into anything, any program or anything that I did it myself. You know, my mama didn't do it. You know, nobody told me to do it. And my friends was like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, you got free time. We can just do whatever we want to do. And you doing this. You know, it's like.
You slapped you and be like, what's that word you said? Volunteer? Who's that rapper?
Volunteer what?
I haven't seen him on the XSL magazine. Volunteer, you say? But you know what? That's very rare. But we need more of that in the world. I'll be honest. Like, you know, you don't think of young people wanting to go out there and be doing philanthropy work, knowing that your situation isn't probably as ideal as the person you're about to go help. You know what I mean? Sometimes we're all in the same boat, and yet you lend that time. That's a noble act. You know, honestly, coming from an area where, like Opalaka and those surrounding areas, like, not that it's the community's fault altogether, but the individual person in there that has to go through that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like for you to have made that choice voluntarily, it just meant that you were different off bat. You know what I mean? I've met friends like that, man. They had to hide their books inside their book bag, like they tucked their shirts in because they knew they were about to get beat up for carrying books. I don't know. Have any of you ever gotten beat up out there for carrying books? No, right?
I did. Well, I didn't get beat up, but
my good friend Resurrection.
they slapped my books down.
Yeah, you get slapped for books, and it's insane to me. But for you to have overcome a lot of that, it does say that you're different. It really does, man. It speaks a lot about the person you are and who you're transcending to be. You know, and I could get it now. Because, again, I've heard your music, and I know some of the stuff we're talking about already because I witnessed it. But to understand the background, you know, it gives me a little more sense. So I love talking to people out here. You get that better sense of, like, yeah, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I don't know why the hell you talked about that stuff. Maybe you just wanted to cater to an audience, you know, but for you, it's deeper. It's personal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Next topic.
What have you been able to accomplish since you've started?
I have residency at a pretty awesome place in the design district on top of Estefan's Kitchen. That's something I did after a long time, maybe 2 years of playing for them for cheap, and also just getting paying my dues, I guess. So now they pay me well, and I have a 2-month slot there. I have a good relationship with Swarm, which they throw a lot of events. I know you probably know them in Wynwood, and they hire me a lot. I get a lot of private gigs where people call me to come play at their party. And I just released a 10-song album in February 7th. Those were the 10 songs that I started on the streets, and I recorded in Switzerland. And it's been out for about a month in February, March. Yep. It's doing pretty well. One
Oh, wow,
song,
man,
one
that's
song
dope.
went 80K, 80K streams last month, and the other song went 30K. So we have to
80K, you saying 80,000 streams?
80,000 streams. Yeah.
Wow, you kidding me? Wow, man, that is phenomenal. And where are you doing that through? Like iTunes and Spotify?
That's Spotify.
On Spotify?
Most of those views is coming from Germany and Switzerland.
Really?
For those listeners, yeah.
Are you ready to go back on tour on those parts?
What I'm gonna try to do, or what I hope to do, is to use the listeners, however many listeners I have in whatever country I have them. I'm gonna use that as a base for where I target my tours, and try to set them up by myself if I can. If not, then I may have to figure out a way to make that happen. But I'm hoping that with whatever notoriety I get from this, I can continue with it.
Right.
To do something like that.
Let me ask, because, just hearing that impresses me, man. That's dope as shit that you would have so much support overseas versus, here home locally. Would you be okay with, making it, because everybody wants to break it or break through, right? Would you be okay with it going through the hands of Europe before the United States? Because it could happen. I've heard a lot of artists blow up in South America, Central America, Europe, and other parts of the world before they get here, and they're American as can be. Mm-hmm. Would that be something that, like, hey, I could deal with that?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine with me. The thing is I mean, I would much rather it be coming from my city than anything. But I mean, I grew up here, and I kind of don't. I've seen the support I've got when I wanted to get a job. I've seen the support I got when I wanted to play music on the streets. I've seen the support I get when I walk around every day and I try to be a regular fucking person and just mind my own business. So I doubt I'm going to be getting the support I get like when I go over there and nobody's afraid of me.
Right. I mean, man, if it was me, man, and the podcast show or my comedy career was dope, I'd be in Germany, my goddamn self blowing up. Be like, America, what? Man, I heard they ain't got a lot of coronavirus out here. I'm sticking around. I'm gonna blow up right out here. That's dope, man. I honestly, to hear the success coming and based on from where you've been and what you've been able to learn, man, that's a hell of an accomplishment because again, whether your notoriety's at home or overseas, you're there right now. You know what I mean? You have your work out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're there. If you think about it, you're there. Whether it's like blowing up in Oktoberfest and headlining out there versus the Oktoberfest here in Coral Gables, it's fine. I wouldn't see anything wrong with it if you ask me.
That's what's up. I like that perspective, and I appreciate that.
Doesn't it sound so prophetic? It's because my crew ain't around here. And they ain't
I wish
here
it
to mess
felt
me
like
up.
that.
Next topic.
That's that Kava toast. I want to hear about this. Bula, my friend. We'll get ours later. We'll get on the bar and Bula. We'll scream on top of the bar. Long life and good health, Bula. That's what I'm gonna name this episode, Bula.
That sounds like something you smoke.
Let me ask, man.
Smoking that bula over there, man.
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm probably gonna see my girlfriend later and Bula my damn self. I heard sex kills coronavirus. I mean Bula. I heard Bula. Let me ask you, man. What's next for you right now? I know you just said you released your album. What's the name of the project that you just released in February, by the way?
Ripple.
What is it?
Ripple.
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 Okay, cool. Because I thought I heard nipple, but that's cool. Ripple. I like the one you said. Mine's is really bad. So outside of that, what do you got coming up in the near future?
Well, I have at least another album's worth of music. So
Any
probably
videos coming? Do you have any videos?
Oh, I have videos. Yeah, that's right. I do. I have one video that's out right now. That's doing pretty good. It's like at 70K right now.
What's the name of the song?
Love Can Be.
Love Can Be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have another video for the song Heroes. I made a song called Heroes, and I made it after Trayvon Martin got shot. And
Oh, wow.
so it's called. It's just a song about saying like, we're the hero. We are the heroes in the world in this world of villains. That's the chorus. And because people like Trayvon Martin, they call themselves heroes, and they feel like they're doing justice, and they like they're supposed to be protecting their neighborhood. But what hero go around killing people, regardless if they was protecting or not?
Yep.
So. Anyway, that's that song, and that's the video is coming out for that. Within the next few weeks, the graphic artist is doing like a comic book play on like Spider-Man, and I did some shots here and with Spider-Man suit on, and a little some videos in Alapata and some downtown.
If you need someone to play the role of coronavirus, man, for the villain, I got you. I got you. We'll do that. I have a couple Chinese people around me to give it a real effect. And you got that residency you said you're playing right now, right?
Yeah, Politan.
What is it again?
Politan Row.
Politan Road?
It used to be called St. Rock Market.
Uh-huh.
On top of Estefan's Kitchen in the
that's
Design District.
And where? In
Design District.
Design District.
Right.
You'll throw people off. You got to tell them just outside of Wynwood.
Right, just outside of Wynwood. Maybe, a few blocks outside of Wynwood.
Old school Miami knows Design District. Everyone else just knows close by Wynwood.
Close by Wynwood,
That's how that goes.
He ran out of shit to say, so it's time to go. Yeah.
Thank you for participating in our first ever live episode here with my good friend Marquise Fair. Shout out to my homie David, man, for helping us come on live out here. And Nick as well, our good friends here at Mystic Joint. Bula to you all.
Bula.
Yeah, right? They got a new song there, courtesy of Mystic Joint. It's called Bula. And guys, if any of you want to try Kava tea, because I'm still learning it my damn self, this is the place to come. Mystic Joint, guys. Follow them on Instagram at Mystic Joint. Come in here and visit these friendly folks. I met their wonderful bartender, Alexis, in the back. They've got awesome tea. It cures anxiety and depression. I have all of that. I will see you right after this show. Right away. I need a picture of it. Don't give me a little cup. I'm a big guy. Bula too, yes. Bula to you. And yeah, you know what? Why don't we close with me saying Bula over here? That'll be wonderful. But yeah, guys, you got to check this place out. It's a phenomenal. We'll be here every month hanging out with you guys. So definitely come over here. Cutler Bay. Cutler Bay is the place, man. It's not just Wynwood or the Design District or South Beach or Brickell or Aventura or Hialeah or Key West.
Oh, thank you.
Or Hollywood. No, sir. All right. I know you guys don't have your cups anymore one time, but I want to cheer it to you guys. You're not going to bull up before you sing? Yeah. Oh, well, we'll save yours but if you want to just kind of make the act, because we're going to close out with you playing.
I mean, would it clear up my throat?
I don't know what it does, my friend. It might make us twitch.
Don't do it before you sing.
Well, I'm going to bull up before because I'm wrapping up the show. To all you guys out there, Bula. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if what I've been told, how if I don't see, or if I don't go, but I can't stop feeling I can't stop this feeling for just a little bit more, 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 Now I've been told that all that glitters ain't gold, Ah, well, I've been fooled by the shiniest of jewels, but I can't stop feeling I can't stop this feeling I fall just a little bit more, 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 mm, mm, mm. Now progress we have made, yet our work still far from done. And 50 years heretofore, and things are much better than they were. But I can't stop feeling I can't stop this feeling I fall just a little bit more, 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 Now all in all we go ahead, much of the change for the better, and the major strides we've made, I'd still find myself wanting just a little bit more, 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 Love is had and love is lost, but love could never be forgot, and only time can really tell. I hope it all goes over well, 'cause love will always lead the way. Where love is gone, I'll go to stay. Oh, that's how love can be, how love can be. Oh, that's how love can be, how love can be. The love we have shall never fade. You be my sword, I'll be your shield. And in time we will know where our love stays and where it goes. 'Cause love will always lead the way. Where love is gone, I'll go to stay. Oh, that's how love can be, how love can be. Oh, that's how love can be, how love can be. You see, love it can either break or mend. So take care of your heart, because oh, that's how love can be, how love can be, how love can be, how love can be. The way you look at things in life, well, that's the way they tend to be. If you see the cup half full, if you see the cup half empty, well, logic has no place here when dealing with love affairs. Who? Cause I could have the whole wide world inside my hands, wouldn't mean a thing without you. I could have the whole wide world inside my hands, wouldn't mean a thing without you. Without you. And most things we can figure out, or come to understand. But when it comes to matters of the heart, how it seems we never can. Cause logic has no place here when dealing with love affairs. Who? Cause I could have the whole wide world inside my hands, wouldn't mean a thing without you. I could have the whole wide world inside my hands, wouldn't mean a thing without you. Without you. And all I have belongs to you. And no, you don't owe me a thing. I would give my last to you. How? Even if you wouldn't do the same. Cause logic has no place here when dealing with love affairs. Who? Cause I could have the whole wide world inside my hands, wouldn't mean a thing without you. I could have the whole wide world inside my hands, wouldn't mean a thing without you. Without you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we're wrapping up our first ever live Everyman Podcast show here at Mystic Joint. You guys have been an awesome crowd, okay? Make sure you follow us, Everyman Podcast Show. The website's everymanpodcastshow.com. We got this episode here live. We've got a bunch other. Check them out. We'll be here next month if you want to see us in person or in other places. You never know. Make sure you follow us on social media, Everyman Podcast Show. Shout out to my crew that is in here. Happy birthday, Walter. Fuck off. Thank you to my good friend, Marquise Fair. Guys, we'll see you in the next episode. We're out of here!
Oh, they said they ain't cutting the lights off. Okay, I was just making
You
sure.
don't pay me enough.
Yeah, the sound guy says it's over. Fuck you. I don't even care if I got nothing to do with the electricity. I'm just out of here.